This is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Ouch!
Much to learn, you still have.
Yes, Master.
Hey guys, welcome back to another book review by the Clumsy Jedi. Today I'm reviewing one of the new canon books called Heir to the Jedi by Kevin Hearne. Now, while I just recently got this as a paperback, I have listened to the audiobook version of this well over 10 times, and so that should tell you how much I like the book. What this book is about is it's set a very short while, maybe less than a year after the destruction of the first Death Star. Han Solo and Chewbacca are off trying to earn back the reward money that they have already spent before giving it to Jabba the Hutt, and of course Leia's not terribly impressed with that. Luke, of course, is stuck around. He is a lieutenant now, and he is the Rebellion star pilot, and he's being sent on various missions by Leia and Admiral Akbar, at this point mostly to acquire better weapons for the Rebellion, and also to try and find a new base, because of course the base on Yavin, that one, the Empire knows where they are, so they've been sort of hopping from system to system trying to avoid the Empire. During this time, Luke is also struggling without a teacher to teach him about the Force. He's still sort of doubting himself. He does not have a lot of self-confidence. He's like, I need a teacher. How much can I learn on my own? He sort of practices a little bit. Mostly it's meditation at this point. Occasional practice with his lightsaber, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to devote to training, and without a teacher, he's literally just stumbling along on his own, and he desperately wants a better way to learn how to be a Jedi. During all this, he makes several new friends on several different worlds. There are battles and a couple of gross situations and even a little bit of romance for our hero. What I like most about this book was the fact that it was told from Luke's point of view. It was first-person format, and Luke is the one narrating the whole thing. We don't get to see that very often, so a little peek into Luke Skywalker's psyche is awesome to see how he thinks about things, and it's really, really neat, even though he's just a young fellow at this point. I would really like a peek into his head after Return of the Jedi, see what he's thinking then. The story is fairly simple. It's mostly meant for younger readers. I would call it young adult, but not too bad. What I dislike most about this book was there's a lot of math in here. One of Luke's missions is to recover a slicer who is being held prisoner by the Empire, and she is a species called a Given. They are sort of semi-skeletal creatures that you saw in the cantina that look like a skeleton wearing a hood. Those are Given, and apparently their mode of communication is related almost entirely to mathematics. They greet each other by asking a complex equation, and as a result, there's quite a bit of math, especially in the latter half of this book, and for me, a person who failed pre-algebra 3 times, that got kind of tedious, and I'm like, please, for the love of all things holy, no more math. It's giving me a headache. So yeah, that part of the book I'm not terribly crazy about. My favorite character in this book, that kind of goes without saying. It's about Luke. You guys all know what a humongous Luke fangirl I am, and even though he's still a kid at this point, yeah. He's still got that naivety and that farm boy honesty and innocence, and he's absolutely adorable with this one girl he's got a serious crush on. He's awkward, and that makes him very cute. Least favorite character in this book was the father of the girl who Luke happens to have a crush on, named Fayette Kellen. This guy is the head of some sort of science operation called Kellen Biolabs. They make, like, medicines and things like that, using compounds from various alien creatures all over the galaxy. This guy, he's fairly well off, let's say, and he is apparently willing to put his profit margin ahead of the safety of his own daughter, because he ends up sending her and Luke to this one moon where there are these invisible creatures who eat brains. I'm not kidding. That part in the book was kind of gross, and Fayette Kellen is not likable at all. He even calls all of his, I guess, servants or helpers or whatever, he calls them his minions. And he's so pompous and just not a likable guy. So all that being said, would I recommend this book? Yes, definitely. Like I said, it is aimed toward younger readers, but that does not take away from the fact that, well, it's about Luke and I had to read it. If you happen to like a lot of alien creatures or the occasional space battle or a little bit of romance or mathematics, or you're a hopeless Luke fan like I am, then definitely give this book a read. As a rating, I would give it 4.5 lightsabers out of 5. So question of the day, what book should I review next? Should it be something from the old canon or the new canon? Go ahead and post a comment below with any suggestions you might have. But that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more G-rated Star Wars content, go ahead and click that little subscription button below. I must have started doing something wrong because I've lost almost 8 subscribers in the last 10 days. So, nobody's clicking dislike on most of my videos, so that's good. But I don't know, my popularity, it's kind of rip and then it's falling again. So, I don't know. It sort of comes in waves, so as long as it stays over 1,000, I can't complain. Now, before I go today, there is another Star Wars birthday today. It's Pernilla August, and she's the woman who played Anakin Skywalker's mother in episodes 1 and 2. From all accounts, an absolute sweetheart. So I'd like to wish her a very, very happy birthday. So until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys.